It is officially Paramedic Services Week, and here to talk about that, we have the Chief of Niagara EMS, Kevin Smith. Welcome, Kevin.
Hey, great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Kevin, a great time to honor those frontline workers that are out there across the region. What has been done to honor Paramedic Services Week?
Well, we've had a very active week. We've celebrated this week. The theme for Paramedic Services Week across Canada is paramedics on the front line. And of course, now more so than ever with the COVID-19 situation, the work that we're doing in the community and in ensuring that we're keeping our communities safe and healthy and doing our part to combat this pandemic has really provided an opportunity to celebrate the work that's being done, highlight the different ways in which we're able to work within the community, and we've done that internally and externally. So internally, we've had a couple of different functions to work with our staff to develop certain components of what the Paramedic Services Week is all about. So this year, some of the focuses that we've had are about protecting the protectors, and that is having some Zoom sessions with psychological wellness as a theme and thinking about how we're connecting and keeping ourselves focused and well as we work through these really uncertain times. And then other things that we're doing is making sure that we're recognizing the extra efforts that are going out there and making sure, that they're being provided nourishment during this week, especially with this heat, and making sure that the focus of PPE, of course, continues in keeping our providers safe. So that's really some of the things that we've been doing in the internal piece. But really externally is the focus of how we recognize paramedic services and the work that they do in our communities. We started off this week, just this past Sunday, working with the Parks Commission in illuminating Niagara Falls Omaha orange, which many people may not know, but is actually the official color for EMS, for ambulance services. That goes back quite a ways in history. So Sunday evening at the start of the week, it was illuminated orange, and that was a representation of the international recognition for EMS and paramedic services. And then throughout this week, we've been active in social media, providing information to the public of the different ways in which we are providing that frontline care on the streets. And we look at the entire system when we talk about paramedic services. It's not exclusively the role of paramedics, although they are the face and they are, the front-facing service that people see, the ambulances and the paramedics that respond to the calls. But we also ensure that people are familiar with all the behind-the-scenes components that are required to deliver paramedic services. So everything from 911 call screening to making sure the PPE supplies are available, and the training that's been required with all the different changes in directives that have been released as we respond to this emergency in our community, right through to what I mentioned about the health and resiliency and making sure that we have the resources in place to support all those that are providing that frontline care as possible.
Well, that's great to hear, Kevin, and we want to thank you for all that you do, not just during Paramedic Services Week, but all weeks of the year. And again, thanks for your time today, Kevin.
You're more than welcome, and I just want to thank the entire Niagara community for the support that we've had, again, not only during COVID-19, but all the time, and we're pleased to be able to serve our community in this way and look forward to making sure that we come out in a good way at the end of all this.